So is the continued divide between Trump and the Federal Reserve putting us behind the curve again? Well, not today, because Jerome Powell finally started to see the light. But can the Fed take the right action at the right time going forward? Or are we going to be looking at a potential economic slowdown? And what does this mean for your savings? Consider diversifying with gold through Birch Gold Group. For decades, gold has been viewed as a safe haven in times of economic stagnation, global uncertainty, and high inflation. Birch Gold makes it incredibly easy for you to diversify some of your savings into gold. If you have an IRA or old 401k, you can convert that into tax-sheltered IRAs in physical gold, or just buy some physical gold and keep it in your safe. That's what I do. First, get educated. Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold. Just text the word America to the number 989898. Again, text America to 989898. Consider diversifying a portion of your savings into gold. That way, if the Fed can't stay ahead of the curve for the country, at least you can stay ahead of the curve for yourself. And by the way, Jerome Powell indicated he was going to lower interest rates, and what happened? Gold is up $42 an ounce again today. What's that saying again? When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Well, you can always count on a liberal to show you exactly who they are. Feast your eyes on this, folks. If you ever wondered what would be the final nail in the coffin for the Democrat Party, it's this right here, this woman right there, holding that sign you can see on the screen right there. Let me just read what it says out loud, because it's one of the things to just read it, and it's another thing when you hear these words. And I'm reading that sign. Ready? Hey, Winsome, if trans can't share your bathroom, then blacks can't share my water fountain. That liberal should... I don't even know what to say about her. The party of racism, folks. Everybody coming through loud and clear. You liberals, you white liberals are racist SOBs. Let men into women's bathrooms or else segregation is quite the message, isn't it, to send? If they ever wondered why their approval rating is at 19% and tanking further, it's that right there. And this is the moment this woman found out about how much attention she's getting for her blatant bigotry.
Thank you. Okay, apologies. Next speaker, please.
They're taking it negative. Really? Because I just called out not blacks not use my water fountain? That would be, you dumbass. And why was it that sign directed at Winsome Sears, an African-American lieutenant governor of Virginia who's now running for governor? Here it is.
Right here in Arlington, a convicted child sex offender walked into a high school girls' locker room and exposed himself to young girls. That is the reality. That is the danger. And it's about keeping schools focused on reading, writing, and math, not ideology. As governor, I will not stand by while political correctness tramples over science, fairness, and safety.
Liberals cannot handle an impressive African-American. They just can't handle it. They love the racism. And it wouldn't be a day if Jasmine Crockett didn't run her mouth about President Trump and MAGA. So far this week, Jasmine has said that we're all racist. She said we are unpatriotic, and now I guess we're violent too.
The violence doesn't come from Democrats, just to be clear. I mean, obviously anyone can be a criminal, but it is MAGA. It's specifically MAGA faction. Like, I don't think traditional Republicans are getting engaged in all of this, but like, even when we look at, and they don't talk about the assassination attempts anymore that took place with Donald Trump, but these were Trump supporters,
so,
right?
Yes. We're not dumb. We're not dumb. You said traditional Republicans aren't engaged in that type of violent rhetoric. Okay. Traditional Republicans, also known as rhinos, are dead. They're a dying breed. They're gone. We're MAGA. We're here. Love it or leave it. And by the way, we're not racist. We're not violent. You're the party of racism and violence. Does anyone still listen to or care about Stacey Abrams? Remember her? She's a loser. She's been a loser. She's an election denier. And she's one of the most annoying victims of Trump derangement syndrome you'll ever see. Here she is peddling a brand new slanderous title on the president. Watch.
I want to tie this back to the abundance agenda and how you think about blue state power. If it is true that he's a grand Ayatollah, that mystical power extends and can be, he can anoint his prophets, and he can remain in power even if he doesn't hold the title of president. And if that's the case, then there is no there's no relief from this that is achieved by election, especially if we are truly in an authoritarian regime where elections are not real.
Grand Ayatollah? This is like a cross between, the KKK and the dictators of Iran. He's President Trump. He's cleaning up cities. Jesus. Sometimes even MSNBC, or they're going to start calling MS Now. How about MS No? Calls out the Democrat Party's failing policies. New York Governor Kathy Hochul can't even hide her reaction when the rampant crime in New York City is being pointed out to her face.
I'm going to interrupt you then. Here's the problem. We don't feel safe. You might be working closely with Mayor Adams. You may have spent a whole lot of money, but I walk into my pharmacy and everything is on lockdown because of shoplifters. I'm not going in the subway. People don't feel safe in this town. So you may have done these things, but right now we're not feeling good. We're worried we could be San Francisco.
Yeah. It's just like, wait a minute, I'm on MSNBC. I'm supposed to get a softball here. Why are these fastballs coming right out of my chin music, as we used to say in baseball? This clip right here is proof that our schools and universities have indoctrinated the young people in America. The fact that they truly believe that socialism is what's right for this country is truly shocking. And yet,
what do you think the solution is to the high crime rates in Burlington? What would be a solution to stop this?
Socialism. Yeah, it's socialism. It's, crime. Police are a reaction to what happens. Like, if more planes are crashing, you're not going to give people more parachutes. Like, the solution is to stop the planes from crashing, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing people's lives crash because their needs aren't being met. They don't have access to food and housing. They don't have access to mental health care. They don't have access to jobs that pay them a living wage here.
Oh, my goodness. They don't have access to anything. Anyway, here we go. The same people who said that Joe Biden was sharp as a tack, remember that? Cogent, sharp as a tack? At his best, Joe Scarborough said. Sharp as a tack when he could barely get out a full sentence and got lost on the White House lawn, are now trying to say that President Trump, who is awake at all hours of the night, everywhere, all the time, all at once, is in some sort of mental decline or something.
Katie, the man is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He really is. And that to me is, everybody's
the
like,
ego,
oh,
the ego knows no bounds.
No, the ego has never known any bounds, but the ego used to be anchored at least in a brain that could finish a sentence, and it's not there anymore. I promise you. I watch this man a lot, and I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you, if he were in my family, we would be looking at care.
I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at Holiday Inn last night. That's a joke for the older folks. I tell this joke with young people around. They're like, "What is that?" There used to be a Holiday Inn commercial where the guy's doing surgery on someone, and the lady kind of wakes up and is like, "Doctor," I go, "Oh no, I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night." Meaning, you're so smart, you stay at Holiday Inn, you should be able to do surgery. And finally, watch this as an NPR reporter is basically trying to interfere with an ICE detainment of an illegal that they're carrying out on a federal operation, and she's persistent, annoying as hell, and as whiny as any leftist so-called journalist could possibly be.
No, you are covering me.
You don't have any role in this operation,
I do.
So no, I don't.
Sure, you guys are out. Sorry, do you need to go that way, or I'll park this way? Okay. I'll stop down. We're going to go this way. I'll take this way. Is that his property? You're not covering me, sir. Hold up.
You need to back up, or you're interfering with this operation, and I will put you in custody.
I'm backing up.
Back up.
Don't touch me.
I did not touch you.
You did.
You need to back up.
You did touch me.
How's this? Throw her down and arrest her ass. Stop it. You cannot get involved. They're in the middle of an arrest. Are you out of your freaking mind? You journalist BS. I almost said it. Your journalist BS card? Rip it up. Let them do their job, idiot. Before we hit the break, I'll remind you to call our toll-free number. You get us great voicemails. They're getting better and better. I remember, I listen to them all. 888-601-0032. Always free, always toll-free. Never going to sell those numbers. Just you and me talking about making this show better, what you like, what you don't like. We will be back in 2.5 minutes and listen to some of your voicemails.